So he comes out to bat, and he's facing his brother. And what does his brother do? Welcome to the game, Jimmy. Bowls him a full bouncer, bangs him, clocks him square in the face. It was the best thing. So funny. Hi, Yousaf Sharif from Backyard Cricket England, and this is my quick fire Q&A. My earliest cricketing memory has definitely got to be with my grandparents. We used to watch Pakistan playing the test matches, and we'd get the flags out, and we'd just be at the TV, sitting there all day. My granddad would be effing and blinding the TV in Urdu, and yeah, it was great. And then at the end of it all, we'd lose, so yeah. It's probably got to be Harry Dean from Australia, I reckon. He is such a great batsman, just a run machine, and any questions I asked of him, he just put me away. Even decent balls he'd be putting away for fun, so yeah, I struggle to bowl against him, I'd say him. My first cricketing hero, without a doubt, has got to be Shoaib Akhtar. Running in, he was my idol growing up. Loved watching him bowl, running in, steaming in, 90, 95 mile per hour bounces, bouncing over the keeper's head. Oh, it was just incredible. Hair flailing about. Yeah, amazing. Best backyard cricket game I've ever played in has probably got to be the Super Over game against Australia. That was so intense, had so many moments in the game where momentum shifting. Yeah, it was exhilarating. Great game to be part of. Maybe the LBW rule with the ball pitching outside leg stump. I mean, for me, obviously, I understand it. I mean, cricketers understand it, but just to explain that to your friend who's like a non-cricketer, it's a bit of a ball ache. So just for that reason alone, I'd probably change that one. My favourite off-field moment from the Australian tour is probably got to be Jakey Butler and Coco when they were together. That video is great, and it was even better live as well. He goes, "Hello, Coco." Yep, having a good time. I mean, I've butchered that. I'm sure you can run the clip, but it was incredible.
How you going?
Hello, Coco.
Best bowler I faced has probably got to be Yunan. I think he's got me out a fair few times. Very smart bowler, and even the way he covers up the ball here, so he'll cover up the ball like this. So I'm there as a batsman trying to pick out any little detail, like through the little fingers or anything like that. Yeah, great bowler. Yeah. My proudest backyard cricketing moment is probably, again, it's got to be the Super Over game. You know, to bowl the Super Over and to restrict Harry Dean to 2 runs, and you know, to be part of that win, got Brendan Scott out of that game as well. I think that is definitely got to be the best. It's a tough one. I think it's between 2, Ricky Borrett and Harry Dean. Obviously Harry Dean scored loads of runs, and Ricky Borrett, as you know, he's a run scoring machine. I'd say Ricky Borrett. I think he's got more of a solid defence, and I think in backyard cricket need a solid defence, and that is very important, and yeah, he's got that for sure, so I'd say him. Funniest backyard cricket moment, there's loads of them, but I reckon the one that tops it all has probably got to be Jimmy Maguire. He rocks up late, one of our last test matches at the venue, and he's hanging out of his arse, and he's like about an hour and a half late. He's like, "Oh yeah, look, mate, you're batting." So he comes out to bat, and he's facing his brother. And what does his brother do? "Welcome to the game, Jimmy." Bowls him a full bouncer, bangs him, clocks him square in the face. It was the best thing. So funny. If I could add one professional cricketer to the backyard game, you know, I'd probably go with Mark Wood. I don't know many people would mention him, but I've heard that he's a laugh in the changing rooms, and you know, you always need that banter, and he bowls serious heat as well. So even off a shorter run up, you know he's pinging it. You know he's pinging it out good clicks, and yeah, come on man, he's gonna be scoring runs for fun.
I'm James Hollens from Backyard Cricket England. This is my winner stays on. I don't know any winners, I don't know any losers in cricket, so let's find out what happens. Let's go.
Ben Stokes or Chris Gale?
There's a Vibes Cartel song I know that says Chris Gale, bata ball and the ball go high. So I'm gonna go Chris Gale because it goes high.
Chris Gale or Virat Kohli?
Oh, Virat Kohli, I know him. The Bollywood crew, they always mention him in the films. So I'm gonna go Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli or AB de Villiers?
Well, AB de Villiers is a sexy name, but I think Virat Kohli, I've never heard this guy.
Virat Kohli or Joe Root?
Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli or Tino Best?
Oh, Tino Best must be the best. It's in the name, Tino Best.
Tino Best or Mickey Mabry? Mickey Mabry.
Tino Best. I can't remember the other name.
Tino Best or Shane Warne?
Shane Warne. I met him when I was 6 years old in Hampshire, and he was late, and he looked very hungover.
So sure, it had a profound impact on his life.
Rest in peace, Shane Warne. Go him.
Shane Warne or Ricky Borrett?
It's a tough one, isn't it? Both messy lifestyles, but we'll go Shane Warne.
Shane Warne or Brian Lara?
Oh, Brian Lara, GameCube game. Brian Lara's cricket. Brian Lara.
Brian Lara or Alex Smith?
Not Brian Lara, man. What is this peasant stuff? Come on.
But what a beautiful knock that was. What a brilliant knock from him. Slight mix-up here for England from their Ashes line-up. James Crowther has been promoted up the order to number 2. Left-hander, one of 2 in this England side. Into the leg side and fielded just about by Osborne. Good from Lambert. James Crowther improved as the Ashes went on. Struggled in the Test match, but improved in the limited overs leg of that trip, that series. Oh, nicked. Gets away with it. Not the type to get flustered at the crease, James Crowther. He doesn't let things like that bother him. His temperament is his great attribute. Oh, had a go at that. That was there to be hit, and Lambert lucky not to concede a wide, but he's bowled a really good over there, and with the wicket on it, 41 for 1. We've got Garrett Monaghan, Daniel White and Phil Osborne left to bowl in this rotation, and it is going to be filthy Phil Osborne up first. Let's see what he's made of. Round the wicket to Crowther. And played well and well fielded. Tammany Kemp at mid-off. The New Zealand skipper leading the way. Been good in the field so far, New Zealand. Nothing cheap for England as yet. Not been too threatening with the ball, but they've been disciplined. Haven't let their heads drop when Smith was going well, and that's 6. Crowther off the mark in some style. Slap, really. But he done well to control it, keep it down. Let's see how close it was. Well, it's within reach for Monaghan, but came at him very, very quickly. How will Osborne recover? It's short, and it's on the ground for 4 this time. This is a better shot, a lot more composure in this one. Touch of ruthlessness about that from James Crowther. He looks in the mood already here, doesn't he? That's the England 50, 51 for 1. They're off to a flyer. Oh, that stayed down. Change of pace there from Osborne. Good work. Under pressure, he's responded well for his team. Into the body again and brilliantly fielded again from Kemp. Almost took out his bowler, but between the pair of them, prevented a boundary. Crowther hit it well. You've got to tie him up into the body, James Crowther. When he gets room outside off stump to free his arms, he can be devastating through that area. Yeah, that's the place to bowl, and that's done a bit. There's an appeal. I thought that had just turned off the square. I wonder if New Zealand heard a noise, maybe off the shoulder of the bat, or the leg, perhaps. The crowd... Oh, I wonder if it's flicked the leg. It doesn't look like bat from that angle. Some of the crowd went up. I don't think he's got bat on that. I wonder if that's just brushed the top of his thigh on the way through. Garrett Monaghan, the new man. That was a good finish to that over from Osborne. Oh, Goober. Cries of havoc, Ralpher, from the England tent, but he's not having any of it. Take the no ball and cut your losses. Monaghan again needs to readjust. Oh, Beamer pulled for 4. No ball as well. Really well controlled from James Crowther. These are good early signs from him. Looks in fine, Fettle. We know he's a good player of slow bowling. And that's as much of a gimme as you're ever going to get, really. Down leg, he'll get the wide for this. We still haven't had a legitimate delivery in this over yet. Monaghan under early pressure. Already 7 runs conceded. And we haven't got our first delivery in the book yet. Still round the wicket. Monaghan to Crowther. Full toss for another hit me ball. But Crowther in no mood to miss out. He has raced to 18 in next to no hot time here. Really cashing in from some sloppiness from New Zealand. They've gone a bit loose. That's better. That's good from Monaghan. That's the area. Took a little bit of pace off that. Again, it gripped to touch. Oh, that's too short. And he's wrong-footed Perinara. Really good work from James Crowther. I wonder if that was deliberate. See Perinara coming. Yeah, Perinara's gone so early. Crowther's seen him coming. Very clever batting, very composed batting, and that's a sign of how clearly he's thinking at the moment. Bludgeoned his way into the 20s. Oh, another Beamer. He's nicked it. It won't be given. It's a no ball. He's definitely edged that one, James Crowther. You're never going to get those. That was above his head. Shorter run up now for Monaghan, and Crowther goes after it. And I think it was good fielding out there. Yeah, dot ball. Liam McFarland, it was. Crowther motioning that he probably should have left it and would have got a wide. All happening in this over. Oh, bang for 4 again. Another full toss, and Crowther ruthless against Monaghan. Precious runs these for England. They're well above the rate required now. James Crowther giving his teammates some breathing space and a bit of a comfort zone, and Monaghan is suffering. He's gone for 20 up to now. In the air, 6 more. 26 off the over. England in complete command. James Crowther having the time of his life out there. Making it look easy at the moment. Great composure. He looks relaxed. Look at that. 7 boundaries already. Motoring along. Really hammering the nail in the coffin. Works in finance, James Crowther. Knows what he's doing. He's a smart lad, and he's calculating this run chase excellently. And he's got White to contend with. Last over of the rotation. Down leg, it'll be a wide. Not the first New Zealander to begin with an early wide, as they continue to adjust to this venue, especially the players that have not been here before, and White is one of those. Down leg again, it'll be another wide. Just an adjustment period needed for the Kiwi all-rounder here. Did his bit with the bat, Daniel White, top scored. Looked a good player. New Zealand need just as much of an impact from him with the ball, because James Crowther is motoring. And oh, it's gone through Tamati Kemp, and 4. Just sloppiness creeping into New Zealand's game now. It's Shane Louis, apologies, at mid-off. Straight at him, really. Wonder if there's signs that New Zealand's heads have dropped. Crowther has got them under the pump. Punishing them mercilessly at the moment. And again, it's going to be a wide. Discipline absent from New Zealand's game at the moment. They are suffering out there in the Sydney sun. 13 extras already. Not even halfway through yet. And that's, what's that? Bunt ball and 4. Crowther on to 40. 2 runs a ball. That's a lovely shot. And again, Louis might have done better, but that came quickly at him. England, what a performance this is. Still only 2 balls in this over, 11 off it. Slapped and gone for 4. Well, it's becoming cruel at this point. New Zealand falling apart, England absolutely dominant. And James Crowther has his sights on a World Cup 50 here. McFarland, it was a good effort out there at cover, couldn't quite reel it in. Shaw, oh, and he's nicked it, Crowther's gone, White makes the breakthrough, big wicket for New Zealand. James Crowther's played superbly and he deserves the ovation he's getting. 44 off 22 is a magnificent knock. Daniel White stood up with the bat and belatedly standing up with the ball here. In truth, it's a fairly innocuous delivery. Wonder if Crowther's just got a bit carried away after the earlier boundaries, but what a beautiful knock that was. What a brilliant knock from him. Brilliant start from England.
I don't think he was a happy camper, but the rest of us found it funny. Hi, I'm Alex Smith, captain of Backyard Cricket England, and this is my Backyard Cricket Q&A. Ball of the day, it was about 8:30 in the morning. Daniel Arnold from Australia, and I got him nicking off to the very first ball, and we all went a bit mental. It was great fun. We lost, but it was still a great moment at the time. Best batter I've bowled at would probably be Brendan Scott. I think he's a class player, very, very difficult to get out, dominant when he gets in, and we respected him hugely. I would say Brendan Scott from Australia. How does a pair in the Ashes feel? Not great, if I'm being honest. But it was a good learning curve. I'm not happy that it happened, but you make the best of it. And yeah, it was a tough day for everybody that day. But yeah, we move. We'll get them next time. Our backyard cricket easily. It's way, way more challenging, mainly because of the fact that everybody has to bowl and the fact that the game moves so quickly. A 20 over innings in backyard cricket only lasts about 40-45 minutes, so you've got to think really quickly. Your plans change all the time, and with everybody having to bowl, it's very, very challenging, and because of that, it's far more enjoyable and a lot more rewarding when you win. Funniest moment we've had in backyard cricket, for me, it would be everything that happened to Jimmy Maguire on one domestic day. He turned up about an hour and a half late and then got cleaned up by his brother first ball. And then later in the day, Ricky Borrett hit him on the head as well. And I think he got a pair in that game as well. So I don't think he was a happy camper, but the rest of us found it funny. Oh, best bowler's a tough one. I'd say I've never faced Rob Maguire, so I can't really say him. Alvin Sathya, before he got sick, would have been right up there, but I think I'll say Justin Brooke from Australia. He was very, very good, very quick, slightly low arm, swung it, moved it off the pitch. Justin Brooke was very, very good. One tip for a new backyard captain would be not to plan too far ahead and try and be as aggressive as possible. The game moves so quickly and things change at the drop of a hat, because one over can go for 20 and change your whole plans, or a couple of wickets can go quickly. Don't think too far ahead and be as flexible as you possibly can. One moment I'm still salty about, well, the Ashes pair would be up there, because the second duck in that game was a no ball. But I would also say we had a domestic game where I was given out by Nav Saeed in the first over of a game. I was given out caught when it had slapped off the shoulder of Alvin Sathya. I wasn't very happy about that. That was the start of a new series. Wasn't pleased with Nav that day. Anyone pro to backyard? I would love to have Jasprit Bumrah. I think his Yorkers in that late swing on a 13-yard pitch would be practically unplayable, I think.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of the Backyard Cricket England podcast. We have our two World Cup captains with us today. Brendan Scott, all the way from Sydney, Australia, and Ricky Borrett of England, who were captain of the World Cup final. And Brendan's got a nice little reminder for us there of who won that final.
Recognise this?
Well, no, we never got our hands on it, to be honest. We never saw it. So the final started now here, England bowling first. And I guess the question for you, Brendan, after he'd had a sort of tough World Cup up to that point, how well did Severi play in this final?
Yeah, he got us away to a fly, didn't he? I think he did the same. I think I'm not sure if it was him or was Azar in the semi-final.
Azar, I think, got 50 in that game, didn't he?
Yeah. So it's Joey gets us away to a fly here, and the nerves, mate. That was good atmosphere. I remember, our boys were starting to get chirpy and we're banging on.
It was the loudest you guys had been. Where do you think we went wrong in these first 4 or 5 overs? Because my memory of this is that the first 4 or 5 overs we were pretty dreadful.
Yeah,
that's a lovely shot as well. Lovely shot.
I think credit to Severi, because I think me and you underrated him before we went. I don't think he was really one that. I think we took time to sort of have a look at everyone, but he wasn't really.
He wasn't one of the ones that was top of our list of fears. Yeah. He wasn't the one keeping us awake at night.
Exactly. So he batted really well, and I still, we probably didn't bowl to him in the right areas, but he batted really well. I think where we went wrong, I think obviously other than sort of sitting inside for an hour or so in the cold, I'd say probably, in hindsight, maybe we probably got the bowl in the wrong way round. Maybe we didn't bowl in the right areas to him.
You're about to come on now, so just tell us about this, because I thought the first innings of this final was brilliant. It was a really good innings, this one, and it changes here when you come on. Obviously, you're captain. Your team's been rubbish for 5 or 6 overs, 50 for none. What was going through your mind when you're bowling this over?
I think, to be fair, I was just trying to rough him up. To be honest, he had 4 or 5 easy overs, and I knew we had some good bowlers coming, and I just wanted to sort of get it up there and give him a bit, let him know.
I love that you're getting pissy at the umpire for that. That's one of the worst appeals ever.
No, by the way, hold up. One of them was out. I don't know which one it was.
So I told you I was blind drunk. I've missed 2 absolute sitters there. But I think.
Speaking of, pop it on hands.
Anything around anything around 150, I think 140 onwards. Anything under, I think, and obviously with the super over match that you guys beat us in, we thought that we'd have to get around 140, 150 to be, competitive. Otherwise, anything lower than that, 130s and below was kind of, and the pitch, to be fair, had flattened out by this stage as well. Oh, there we go, nicked off.
Again, it kept turning, kept going backwards and forth. At this point, I'd say we're on top at 120 for 6. But then Daniel Arnold comes out and it's his first 2 balls for 4 and 6. And he'd had a rough tournament, hadn't he, Brendan, up to that point? Did you say anything to him before this game? And why did you pick him? Was there a debate around his place in the team? Because he'd really struggled in the tournament.
Look, I always wanted him in the side because, look, moved him down from, I think he opened he opened for most of the Ashes, and I think he started that tournament up the top as well. We just moved him down the order to kind of shore him up. He's too good to drop. We just thought we'll just move him down the order and come in late. And he's done this a few times against the Kiwis. He did it in 2019 where he was a bit lower down the order and made some important runs. So in the limited over stuff. So he's done it here again. What's that? The 6, so 16 off 7.
Last ball of the innings coming up here. 142, the final score. Obviously, you two are the 2 captains. Who's happier right now?
That's probably par for us. That's where I think anything above 140 you're happy with. So that for us, it's you feel you're in the game.
Yeah, I was. Do you know what? I actually thought. That was a chaseable total. I think we probably needed, 2 or 3 people to probably score 30 or 40. So yeah, I thought we've got the people to do that. A number of us have shown that we can score them runs there. So I thought we could chase that. I think it wasn't. The game wasn't over by then. I think we were quite confident we could chase that.
Yeah, so sorry, Brendan, mate. So we're back to the final now. Ricky, I just wanted to ask you about this. This was a bit of a surprise. Jakey Butler opening the batting.
Yeah, no, the way we looked at it is, Jake was kind of sort of with his batting was sort of hit and miss. He was getting hold of some, getting quick 20 and 30. Sometimes it wouldn't come off. And we just sort of felt, you know what, if we can get off to if Jake can hit a quick 20 or 30 and it comes off, then it puts us in a really strong position for the rest of us. So obviously it didn't work out.
No, it didn't. But I was going to ask you about that, Brendan, as well, because we weren't the only ones who sprung a surprise. That's the first time Mickey Mabry had opened the bowling on the entire tour. Why did you go with Mickey Mabry?
I'd love to tell you. I can't remember the thinking, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not sure. Look, I've always backed Mabry's bowling. He was, on a heater during that tournament. I think he was a leading wicket. Well, he might have not been the leading wicket taker up until that point, but I think he ends up getting 3 in this final.
Oh, he bowled brilliantly in this final.
It's just, I think it's a thing in the limited overs. It just works out that the spinner just would go for a bit of tap. It just felt that way. That I think we were better just having the medium paces, being able to put on some pressure, and I think it kind of worked out in this final where we're able to bowl. Everyone kind of turned up and bowled well, and I think that's just our strongest side. If we've got a spinner, there was a bit of a look. You're at the mercy of the gods at the WCG. It's a small field, and if you're a spinner and you get the length wrong, you can go the journey. And I think there was a couple of times where they might have gone for a bit extra. So I just thought we'd be able to tighten the screws a bit more with a medium pace kind of hit the deck, bowl the length, and kind of force us to do something you didn't really want to do.
Well, the key is coming up in a moment then. So the story of this innings for you, really, Rick, and for the game, was a bit of hostility that came in between you and the Aussies, particularly between you and Riley Cornforth. I'll just ask you, Brendan, Riley's about to come on to bowl. How was his mood before this? Did you have any idea of what was coming between these two in a moment? What was, did you have any inkling this was going to happen?
No, he's always worn his heart on his sleeve, but I've got to apologise to young Riley because I thought he was at fault here, but he doesn't. He's not. Big Rick has just run straight at him and is the aggressor. He's clearly the aggressor here. And if the match referee got involved, mate, I reckon Ricky'd be suspended for 3 matches.
Ricky, do you want to answer that? This is the moment where it starts, actually. So that goes for 6, but Riley doesn't realise, and there's a send-off. Ricky, talk to me about this moment.
Yeah, well, I think I was just trying to wind him up. I think if I wanted to, I knew his head was going. I was hitting him for boundaries left, right, and centre, and I think I wanted to basically wind him up. Then it will distract Brendan and a few others from doing what they should be doing. And that was really the mess. That was really what I was trying to do, really.
Well, that's when all this starts now.
Yeah.
I think Daniel Arnold was quite heavily involved in this as well. Do you remember what anybody was actually saying to you while you're out there, or was it just a normal kind of gibbering that you get?
No, to be fair, I don't think any of the other Aussies, the other Aussies weren't really saying anything that I felt was out of order. So no, it was nothing. I don't think they were obviously, trying to, get me out and stuff like that. But it wasn't, I didn't feel like anyone said anything out of order or anything. And to be honest, I wasn't really that annoyed at. I know it looks it, but I wasn't really that annoyed at Riley. It was just I was just trying to wind him up, and you'll see that at the end of the game, I was absolutely fine with him. But I would say with the run out, with the running into him when you see it, it's actually people were saying on the day that I couldn't run because it had hit the net. Now. It didn't. I looked at this. It didn't hit the net. It hit the fence, which I believe gives me the top entitlement to take a single. It never hit the wicketkeeper. So
is it now? I think it's this, isn't it? Yeah.
You can't see it now, but
he's come off second best there, hasn't he, Riley?
And actually, he does run in my path as well. So he was wrong to do it, but I'm glad he done it because I had good fun winding him up, and it was a good laugh.
No, it was. Look, this is a World Cup final. Both countries trying to win it. It was tense cricket. What an occasion! It was great.
I thought it was great. I enjoyed it so much. I thought the contest was fantastic. And everyone asks about or was it really serious like that? It's just passionate sport. By the way, that's the worst ball.
That's the worst ball you faced in that innings, Rick.
I hit so many better balls for 4 and 6.
Brendan, I'll let you take the lead here because I thought this was probably the decisive moment of the entire game was Mickey Mabry's over here.
So he goes bang bang, doesn't he? But he gets
Well, it's not just the fact that he goes bang bang; it's that he's getting captain and vice captain out, and probably our two best batsmen, bang bang, in the same over. I mean, this delivery he's about to bowl here, this is just stonking, isn't it? You remember this?
Just stay below.
Yeah, and he came back in. Remember, he's bowling round the wicket, and that's hit middle stump on a back of the length angle. It just jagged back.
Was that first ball?
No, I think it's third ball. But I mean, bear in mind the angle he's bowling at round the wicket. That should be getting cut. That should be going wide outside off.
You got to get forward to that, don't you?
Yeah, probably. But
he bowled very well, didn't he?
I thought he was the difference in the final. I mean, he got 3 for about 5 or something. I mean,
when he's on, he's tough work. But yeah, we just started to run threes now.
The final is the final, isn't it? And you know, fair play to the Aussies. You know, they all stepped up, and we just weren't good enough, unfortunately. But hopefully, that's a learning curve for the players that are going to play for us in the future.
Brendan, talk us through this moment, mate. This moment belongs to you.
Yeah, it was brilliant. All the boys, you can see all the boys happy as Larry there.
Do you remember this exact moment, what that feeling was like? Do you remember this team huddle on the pitch?
Yeah, it was everyone, everyone's drunk by then. It's hot. We've been tested, to be fair, we've been tested, and we had the semi-final where we got through, and then we got the business done here. All the boys were happy and got the business done, and we're world champions.
Brendan, all the way from Sydney, thank you very, very much for joining us, and we'll let you have the last word. Do you want to just talk us through this trophy lift that's coming up here? Also,
Thanks,
do you want
boys.
to tell us, by the way, why you got Tamati Kemp to do this presentation maybe as well, rather than sort of one of the England boys or one of your own boys?
Oh, I think to get you guys after you've just been beaten to do it, I think it was probably fair that a neutral would do it.
I think he was a great guy, wasn't he, Tamati?
Oh, yeah. Champion. Big boy, too. Look at him. He's big lump of a lad.
Here you go then, Brendan. This is your moment. How are you feeling now, and what was this moment like? Close us out with this.
Relieved and exhausted, but, very happy. Tamati spoke well here. And I'm just like, give us a trophy, bud. Let's get it sorted. But no. A culmination of a great tournament. Cricket's the winner at the end of the day. Backyard cricket's the winner at the end of the day. But great scenes, great memories. And listen, this is only the beginning. We'll have another World Cup. We'll have another Ashes tournament. And, watch this space.
Yeah, we certainly will. Australia, the backyard world champions. Brendan and Ricky, thank you so much. For all of you at home, if you're watching on the BCE podcast, the full version of this chat will be available in a couple of days' time. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Brendan, Ricky, we'll see you next time.
Yes, thank you.
Cheers, guys. We'll speak soon.
See you later.
Thanks, boys.
What is this peasant stuff? Come on.